Hello, how's everybody doing? Welcome to my channel, Mikey's Automotive. Hola, ¿cómo están todos? Bienvenidos a mi canal, Mikey's Automotive. Здравствуйте, как дела? Добро пожаловать на мой канал, мой ключ автомобильный. So today we are testing this new diagnostic scanner that's out in the market. It's called a Mucar 892Bt. As you guys can see, it comes with a few network adapters. So when you're doing ECU coding, charger, cables, connectors, Type-C. It also supports CanFD and Do IP. Powered by Android 8-inch screen. So I do like this little steering wheel rest where you can just put it on your steering wheel and it'll just rest up there. You don't have to worry about holding it. You have your Bluetooth connection, okay, your VCI, where you can just plug in to the OBD. You don't have to worry about any cables or anything like that. I do love that. That's your VCI, vehicle communication interface. That goes in there and it connects via Bluetooth. You have a USB, you have a Type-C, steering wheel rest. So for diagnose, we have auto search. Okay, well, it's gonna identify the vehicle automatically. You can do diagnose, quick access to the vehicle system for diagnose. OBD, it's basically gonna read all the IM readiness, any engine code. History, you can check your history. Report, you can check out the report you made, share the report. Feedback, you need feedback. Now something also that I do like is the social media app, $Fix Community, where you can share, create, and post automotive work for car enthusiasts. Now something else that I like is the MUAI, which is an intelligent assistant, basically an AI that helps you. You can ask it questions, it will answer your questions. So basically those tools are going to help you out if you ever do need help with anything of automotive. If you need more professional help, you can ask for help on the online service, which is a 24-hour tech that's there on standby to help you. Okay, so if you go to maintenance, we also have a lot of stuff that we can do. For instance, the stop-start settings, set up the automatic start-stop function in ECU. You have air to fuel ratio reset, okay. Set or learn the parameters. ABS bleeding, you have ABS pump to push all the air out of the ABS pump. You have adaptive front lighting system reset. Initialize adaptive headlamp system. Add a blue reset. Air suspension matching. Adjust the vehicle body height sensor for level calibration. Airbag reset, resets the airbag data to clear the airbag collision fault indicator. Battery matching, register the battery after replacement. Brake pad reset, help replace and reset the brake pad. Clutch matching, clutch pedal position or switch learning. This function learns the contact and position where the clutch starts to transmit engine torque after an electric control unit replacement, transmission replacement removal, or clutch replacement, and is applicable to adaptive clutches. Electronic water pump starting. Activate the electronic water pump. DPF regeneration. Especially works for diesel particulate filter system with DPF regeneration, DPF component replacement teach in, and DPF teach in after replacing the engine control unit. ECU reset. EGR adaptation, learn the exhaust gas recirculation valve after being cleaned. Electronic throttle adaptation, initialize the throttle actuators to default state. FRM matching. When replacing the battery, the starter switch is not turned off. The battery terminals are overlapped, and some other non-professional battery operations are prone to cause damage to the FRM module. The general result is that the CPU data on the circuit board is lost and there is a control failure of the lights, doors, windows. If the data is lost, then you just need to rewrite the exact same set of data into it to fix it. Gateway module data calibration. After replacing the gateway control unit, there may be inconsistencies such as VIN, so calibration is required. Gear learning, we learn crank position sensors. Gearbox learning, help complete the gearbox self-learning to improve gear shifting quality. Anti-theft key matching, anti-theft matching, disable any lost keys and add new keys only for cars. So let's look at the coverage list for this one. So you can, if you like any of these things and you want to know if you're able to do it, just go to vehicle coverage, okay? Let's go. Acura. So we literally have that many pages. That's a lot of vehicles, you guys. That's amazing. Let's go to the next one. Injector coding. Write the new injector code into the car system for correct cylinder injection quantity. Okay, those are just our language settings. Audio check. Reading the mileage data of various systems of the vehicle. The vehicle mileage can be determined. NOx sensor reset. Reset catalytic converter. Learn value stored in the ECU. Audiometer reset. Copyright or rewrite the kilometer value. Oil reset allows you to perform reset. Okay, for new calculation of engine life, we know what that is. Rainfall light sensor settings. The rain sensor is used to adjust the wiper frequency and the light sensor adjust. So the function allows for adjustment of the initial parameters, okay. Seat calibration, calibrate the seat. Steering angle reset, you can reset the steering angle sensor. Sunroof initialization, initialize the sunroof when locked or closed. TPMS reset, okay, tire pressure monitor system reset. Turbocharging matching, learning after booster system component replaced or resetting turbo learning value. Tire size adjustment, Windows calibration. So these are a few things that it has. And like I said, if you're not sure if it can do it, just go to coverage list and you will see the coverage list of all the vehicles that you are able to do. That's something I do like and I do appreciate. You can also look at tutorials and it will explain to you literally like an essay of the whole thing, how it works. For instance, it's going to give you an introduction to the Windows calibration function. So it's going to tell you, and then it's going to show you the operating steps. Okay, and then it will give you some notes as well. And that's for every maintenance. So this is just like a brief sentence, but like if we look at, for instance, brake pad reset, if we look at the tutorials, it will introduce the brake pad replacement function. When the brake pad wears out, the brake pad wear sensor line sends a signal. So basically the brake pad reset is required. So we gotta replacing the brake pad and brake pad wear sensor. So when you replace everything, you have to do this. Below the operation path for Volkswagen, after replacing a short circuit in the brake pad sensor circuit, replace. So these are the following reasons why you would have to introduce the reset. Okay, and then these are the operational steps for that vehicle. Okay, it's going to show you how to do that. So these are different things. If we look at the ECU and we look at the tutorials, it's going to tell us the introduction to the ECU reset function. So the ECU engine control unit reset function is a critical maintenance operation automotive diagnostic permit used in the following scenario. So this is the reason why they do it. So post coding reset, eliminating bad driving habit data. After software coding or parameter adjustments to the vehicle, electronic control system, transmission, ADAS, ECU reset clears old data to ensure new codes / parameters take effect. So ECU reset is achieved by sending specific diagnostic instructions via diagnostic tool. Depending on self-functioning parameters, it can be categorized into targeted reset, okay, and global reset by physically disconnecting the vehicle's negative battery terminal. And this is an ECU reset operation method. This is how to do it. And then you have your notes right here. So it's data, it has data risk, that means you abuse risks. Okay, ECU reset will erase all of user custom settings. So these are the risks right here. System impact, how it will impact the system. Professional requirement, what it requires. Diagnostic tool based reset require matching the vehicle's model year and ECU software version. Non-professionals are advised to contact Forest stores and authorized service centers for operation. So it's sending you, you're going to need help by a professional and stuff, and you're going to require sending data back and forth, more than likely through our network, our network cables. Okay, this is why they have the network cables, to send data back and forth and so forth, okay, without interruptions. So that's just a brief summary of some of this stuff. That's our maintenance, okay guys. So we already checked out diagnose, maintenance. Now upgrade, that's where you can just upgrade the vehicle diagnostic software, maintenance software, download and install the latest version. So this is just to upgrade and download the latest version, application software, download updates. And then if you go to more, you have your settings, you have your online service, you have operational instructions, you have OBD file code library. Okay, so you can look up the codes or whatever. Coverage of the vehicle. Module, connect external devices via USB or Bluetooth to expand the functionality of this device. You can connect a battery tester, TPMS, video scope, oscilloscope, or a printer to print out the results. You also have gadget, Google Chrome and other gadgets. Okay, so you have gadgets there. You have remote assistance, which is basically they can control your computer. Okay, so like online assistants can go ahead and you give them this code, they'll go in there and start controlling your computer. Okay, so I would give them that code and they'll jump on here and start controlling it wherever they are from whatever part of the world. So that's pretty cool. You can give it to any of your buddies that can help you out or are knowledgeable in that area, and they will help you out wherever they are and control the computer without them being there actually physically at the car. So that's a cool function right there. Okay, remote assistance. Let's go ahead and go back. This scanner is really growing on me. I really like it. It's really fast. There's a bunch of stuff on here. There's a lot of assistance. US Ford. There's our van. There's everything else again. Our notes. It shouldn't take forever. It should just bam, bam, bam. Everything should just open up. There's our VCI doing our work. Bam, there we are. Okay, so we can do automatic search, manual reset service. So let's look at the first one. Search ignition on. Ignition is on. Loading vehicle data. Please wait. That's all the information for this vehicle. We're gonna press yes. Loading vehicle data. Please wait. And right now it's gonna scan different modules. We have the anti-lock brake, audio control, accessory protocol, BCM, cruise control, front controls, global positioning, instrument panel, okay, IPC, IPM, IPM-B, A, PAM, PCM, RBM, our steering control module, steering angle sensor, trailer brake control module, okay. And these are a few modules that it reads. On the common special function, it has a steering angle reset, battery matching, electric throttle relearn, TPMS reset database, immobilizer reset, gearbox. That's something that I'm interested in right here, the PATs. Turn ignition on. To program additional key, you have to gain security access. Yes. So it's letting me add a key. Let's see what it does. There it is. So it's gonna add a key. It's gonna gain access to the security system. So it's actually doing it. Let's end that. So we were at common special function and we were looking at all these stuff right here, right? And I showed you the immobilizer reset. So there's also gearbox relearn, tire reset, crank position. See, misfire monitor, neutral profile correction. That's pretty cool. There's a lot of cool stuff here. We go to special function, we go to body, security, BMS, camera alignment. We're gonna go to powertrain, service functions, rear and vehicle data, misfire monitor correction. Should be performed in the following cases when you replace the PCM or the crankshaft positioner sensor. That's when you'll be doing some of these. So we have a few different assistant things here, different assistant programs. Like I said, you have the Dollar Fix community, and then you have the MUAI, okay, intelligent assistant. This is like AI. This is AI. I asked it a few things. For instance, I asked it what kind of chip does a camera 2017 Camry need, and it said 4D-G, okay, which is known as a G chip. Sometimes it's a 4D67, so it's kind of there at some point. Let me ask it another question. How can I program Ford fob? Okay, so there's method 1, key cycling method. Method 2, using the driver door lock. So let's see how true this is. So I can confirm that the first method is correct. You can manually program a fob that way. So that's another assistance tool that you have right here. Okay, the MUAI. Right here, we do have the Dollar Fix community, which I do like. I'll explain to you right now in a second after it's done loading. Now, you can do your own post for different things. Like I made these, the key programming, IMO key programming, and there's different things that people post up here. Okay, should follow tips to checks vehicle. So these are all like posts that people make, and it's basically a community of different people. If you need help, anything. For instance, once you do a report, okay, this is my report that I did for a vehicle. These are my save reports that I did for this Ford Transit. Now, this is what it scanned for, right? ABS body. So you can go ahead and share it on Dollar Fix and get, you know, second opinion. Or you also have let me go back, excuse me. If we go right here, this is online service, which is basically they help you out. Okay, it's online service. They help you out like an online technician. Okay, customer service. So any questions that you have, you go ahead and you ask them. And this is a live online tech you're speaking to. I made a couple questions. If it was able to communicate with Gateway Dodge for 2018, and you know, they said yes, but you have to download a link, register an account. Okay, I have a couple questions for them and stuff. Now, this is something that I do like. So like, let's say you're like on your phone. Okay, you can just go ahead and scan the QR code. And the chat will just pop up on your phone, see? So you can walk away from the car and then continue the chat in here. Okay, you guys, so I sincerely found this scanner really helpful. And I do plan on making future videos with it. because I do have the transponder IMMO immobilizer system option to try out. Make sure that it works good, and I'm able to program keys with it as well, because that would be a really important tool to have, since especially you can't really program some certain models. But if you guys like this video, make sure you guys hit like, subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to join our members only if you guys want to be part of our private community, private commenting, and included in our members giveaway. Take care, you guys.